Hello, people of YouTube. I'm sorry that this episode took so long to make, but well, real life can sometimes be a bitch. But hey, we're going over Yu-Gi-Oh! Virtual on episode 3. I'm going to try to break them up more often or put them together. I don't know. Let me know what you prefer in the comments below. Should I do the two together or just do them individually in videos? You decide. Anyway, we're going to go over episode 3 today of season 2. So, in this one, we get a major plot relevance thing, in which case we find, well, what happens is Darth is dueling the Deskbot guy, I forget his name, I'm sorry. And, well, during the duel, well, Darth is putting up a good fight, of course, because while he is in a bit of trouble on occasions, he knows how to make a good bounce back and, of course, claim victory. But in this one, we get a little something different where, well, something evil within Darth is revealed wearing a skull mask and all that jazz, so, yeah. Not all of it can exactly explain what it is, although, according to Dimension Duelist, it could be he's just some evil creature inside of him. I say that's bullshit because the whole freaking title of Season 2 is the whole Half-Blood Prince thing. So really, I think Darth is going to turn out to be this Half-Blood Prince thing, or maybe we're just possessed by him. I don't know. It's probably not Darth himself, it's just some inner being that's evil or something like that. You know what I mean. Sort of like there's something taking over Dartha. That's my theory anyway. Who knows, maybe this could be just another evil thing that I'll go into more detail later, like in the series, and be the final boss over after a Skuru and all that jazz. You never know. But anyway, during the duel, yeah, he turns into the evil being, and then after that he manages to just wreck Deskbot. I mean, he doesn't win, but he just pummels him, you know what I mean. And then Deskbot guy draws Lava Golem, which after that thing does its first burn, the evil guy just dissipates, just disappears, and Dartha takes over, even though they claim that Dartha wasn't in control the entire time, but who knows, maybe Dartha was just struggling for control, just like half of the mind was the evil person, but it was Dartha's body he was using or something. It's kind of one of those weird confusing things where it's like, you're mind controlled, but you're still you. I don't know. It's like you're fighting for control. Again, it's hard to explain, but I think you kind of get what I'm getting at here. If you don't, well, watch the episode in particular. After that, it just became, yeah, we'll just stall until Lava Golem just burns him for game. And literally do nothing else. Like, Darth would just MST something randomly, I think, just because that's all he can do. I don't know why he doesn't attack with Lava Golem. I mean, he could, but whatever. Not my duel. I know it's in the script, but just like at some point be like, you could just fix this. I don't know. That's just me personally, though. Anyway, Darth will lose, unfortunately, due to Lava Golem's burnout effect, and well, that's the end of that little chapter. Unfortunately, due to the whole blackout thing of him becoming evil, none of the duel was really recorded. Well, excuse me. It's kind of a lie, considering the fact that while the video footage of like the duelists weren't recorded, considering apparently the duelists can do that, which I can kind of buy. Hey, the recordings of what cards were played was recorded because I guess that's hard drived into the freaking, dual disc. So I could buy that. And it's sort of like it's sort of like I guess Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro where it doesn't record the duelist behind the screen, it records the screen and playstyle itself. So I could buy the machines doing that too. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! And this is something that's not too dumb to believe. Ah well. So yeah. Because of that, Darth gets a free get out of jail free card, except he's still out of the tournament, but at least no one knows he's pure evil yet. And then he takes about 10 minutes to talk around with Red Skull guy, who was also part of the tournament, I believe. I don't know, after a while I just felt like Darth was just talking to the bad guy until I realized, oh wait, no, you're in the tournament. Except you were eliminated and stuff like that, and he's just trying to look out for Edward because Edward's still asleep, apparently. Yeah, one plot detail I forgot to go over in the last episode is that Edward spent the episode playing not Dueling Network or something like that, just basically playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro or Yu-Gi-Oh! Evolution, or I don't know what the frick the game was called. Just some Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, of course, on his computer. And he apparently stayed up all night doing that and then would just tucker it out, I guess you could say. That was my phone, please ignore that. Anyway, after that, yeah, Dartha talks for a while with the bad guy, and it's kind of hard to hear, considering in some parts of this episode, you just can't hear what they're saying. Like, I don't know. It felt like they could have just been like, okay, I will now increase the volume. Like, if they're mumbling, let's make it loud so people can hear them. I don't know. Maybe Edward just doesn't have that sort of technology to be able to do that and just increase volume level. Or maybe it was loud enough to him when he's wearing headphones. I don't know. But whatever. Some things are loud when you're wearing headphones, after all. Either way, he, they talked for a while, and apparently Red Skull wants to get him, trying to get Darth on the bad side, considering he's just like, oh, what has Edward ever done for you lately? And Darth is like, whatever, I still like him. I might have skimmed over some of it, but again, I couldn't hear all of it, so I'll probably go back and watch it again with the increased volume again, and probably try to see if I missed anything else, but other than that, I think we're fine. Other than that, Red Skull's just here to look out for Edward, so Red Skull's actually a nice guy. I don't know his actual name, but I'll just call him Red Skull for the time being, aka just like what I call Oscuro Beetleborg. So, yeah, he's just looking out for Edward despite the fact that he isn't facing Edward, so he really shouldn't be worried about him. And then Edward's going to be fighting, of course, Despot in the next duel, and Oscuro will be Oscuro gets a get out of jail free card because this whole bracket thing makes no sense where Edward actually had the duel standards against him, considering Oscuro only needs to do 2 duels, or Edward has to do 3. Because there were 5 brackets, even though in most brackets you're supposed to have 6. Or at the very least, one should get just a free rocket up. Or apparently there was, but it's confusing, okay? Sometimes it felt like there should have been a bigger bracket. But that's just my... Even if it was just 2 drones dueling each other, I don't know. But that's just my opinion on the matter. Either way, it's a pretty decent episode, even though the volume problem does get in the way. Oh yeah, I should mention the fact that, of course, as Darth wakes him up and explains everything that happened, and it gives him utter hell for it, consider it just basically rips him to shreds. It's to wake him up, considering Edward is apparently the heaviest sleeper of all time, where apparently I think a nuclear bomb could go out outside this man's house, and he wouldn't notice. So yeah. Other than that, Darth wakes him up, explains everything that happened. We find out there that the fact that the duels weren't recorded via live camera and that jazz. It's just the dual discs. So other than that, everything's fine. On that point. And now Edward's off to fight. Edward's off to fight Despot. So yeah, that's how we end the episode, and that's the end of this. All in all, it's a fine episode. The audio thing really is the biggest problem, but in terms of sound, But other than that, if you had the volume up at like 100, and headphones in, so in other words, if you have a microscope in, even though my microscopes are for actually looking, you know what I'm trying to say here. It's still enjoyable enough. So I'll give this one like a B, okay? This is the Great James signing off. Bye.